Hello everyone. Hi, how are you? This is Kay. Good to see you again. So today is the 9th of May 2024 and this is on Thursday. So today I would like to introduce the time cycles because I have not really talked about time cycles before. Usually I talk about the trending market and I did some live streams on Tokyo Box breakout and the candlestick patterns. But so I thought it would be nice timing to do the time cycle analysis on one of the Forex pairs today, just to show how I do it and how I trade based on the time cycles as one of the examples. So yeah, I will be first. This is like I screened the charts about like 3 hours ago, and it's been a while. So I will scan charts first and select good market to do the time cycle example today. Okay, so yeah, so now let me switch screen. Okay. All right, so yeah, hold on, let me quickly set things up here. So I'm in Dubai now, and Dubai has been quite hot recently. Yeah, it's getting really hot. Yeah, summer's almost here now. It's over 40 degrees in Celsius in daytime. After sun goes down, it becomes a bit cooler, but still it's been a bit quite hot. Okay, let me say hi to everyone. Hello Dinesh, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. All right, and Gang, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Winstocks, good to see you too. And Buck, good to see you too. And everyone, thank you very much for joining. So let me switch screen to trading view and do time cycles. So let's see. So this is the daily time frame. Whenever you do the time cycles, it's better to do on the daily time frame. It works in a lower time frame also, like 4 hour or 1 hour. You can technically use it, but the lower time frame, the choppier the market becomes. So my recommendation is to take the daily or higher time frames, even weekly or monthly time frames, to do the time cycles. So I don't usually do time cycles on the 4 hour or the lower time frames. I always do that on the daily or the weekly time frames in this Forex market. Okay, hello Philip, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Lang, good to see you. And Vic also, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. So again, today is about the time cycles because it's been a while since I talked about this topic last time. So I thought it's a good timing to do recap on the time cycles and how I do it and how I trade based on the time cycles. So I'm about to select the good market to do that. Let's see. EuroJPY looks good as one of the examples because it has been supported by the trend line and it's bullish. So you want to know when the potential next swing high and when the price retraces to the trend line next. So that's about the time cycles. As Goichi Hosoda says, time is everything about the market. We tend to focus on this vertical axis or the prices. We tend to discuss how much the price went up, how much the price went down, how many percent the price went up and down, right, on the stock market or Forex markets. So we tend to think about like how much or how many pips the price went up and down. But the true essence of Ichimoku is to focus on the horizontal axis, which is the time. And that's why Ichimoku is one of the very unique techniques to be able to capture the, I would say, the breadth of the market. The markets are going up and down no markets continuously go up and down, an I wave. Markets always move up and down on the waves, ups and down on the waves, and the price gradually goes up or down. So when the market goes up and down through the waves, then you get the patterns. Sometimes the patterns, you see the patterns on the waves in the market, and with the 5 lines of Ichimoku, with time cycles and wave analysis, you can create the better scenario to really expect how the market's gonna going and how the next potential swing highs and lows are happening based on the time cycles. So time cycle is about the horizontal axis, and this is the true essence and the most important concept of Ichimoku. So yeah. So let's see. So today I just wanted to talk about the time cycles. But before that, we always have to do from the basics. So basics means the 5 lines of Ichimoku. So let's take EuroJPY as example today, because I think this is a good market to discuss on that. And yeah, so here the price has been bullish, and as I put the arrow up, it's going up still bullish as expected. So in terms of the 5 lines of Ichimoku, so hold on, let me just hide these drawings so that I can really purely talk about the 5 lines and the price. So right now, if you look at the price level, this is below the Tenkan-sen, above the Kijun-sen. And if you're new to Ichimoku, the Ichimoku has 5 lines, which are the green Kijun-sen and the blue Tenkan-sen. And this gray area is called Kumo, or cloud in English. Kumo means cloud in Japanese. So in this Kumo gray area consists of 2 lines, which are the Senko span B and Senko span A. So Senko means forwarded, and span means span in English. So forwarded span A and forwarded span B. And they compose of Ichimoku, cloud, Kumo. And the yellow line is called Chikou span. So these are the 5 lines of Ichimoku. Again, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, and Senko span B, Senko span A, and Chikou span. So first, before you do time cycles, you have to know the price, how the situation is, and where the price is at right now, based on these 5 lines. And Ichimoku means at a glance. So at a glance, you know exactly what's happening right now. At a glance, the price is between Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen. And the price above the Kumo also, above the Kumo. And the Chikou span above the candles. So that means simply this is bullish. And in terms of bullish in Ichimoku means buyers are dominant over sellers. That's bullish definition. Although it's not trending up, Ichimoku says it's bullish. That means buyers are dominant over sellers. So that means buyers are winning the trades over sellers. So this is buyers market. Buyers are winning the trade, sellers are losing the trade. So if buyers keep winning the trades, then price continues bullish as buyers keep buying the market and sellers keep giving up to sell on the market. But at some point, the price retraces and sellers become dominant and buyers become smaller than sellers, so the price goes down. Especially when it breaks the Kumo, then that sellers are becoming dominant over buyers. So that's a basic idea, concept of Ichimoku. So just to here, just doing some quick recap on what Ichimoku is all about, and this is the basic idea of Ichimoku. So this is now buyer's dominant market. So and you do analysis of the waves first. In terms of the waves, we have lots of patterns of waves. One of the waves is called I wave, and other wave is called V wave, and the other called N wave. So there's I wave, there's V wave, and there's N wave. So I wave is here when the price from this swing low to swing high, and without retracement, it just keeps going up this way, and that's I wave. So here also it's I wave, and here also it's I wave. And bearish also. So in terms of bearish, here was I wave, and here's I wave also, and here's I wave. And now this is in I wave also. And here, this part is small I wave up and small I wave down. And here also, this was small I wave down, small I wave up, and small I wave down. Right. So Ichimoku is based on the I waves, basically. And based on the I wave, when I wave and I wave becomes bullish and bearish, for example, from here to here was bullish I wave, and next becomes bearish I wave, and this is called a V wave because the letter V is seen here. So that's the V wave definition. And in terms of N wave, when the price breaks the swing high, that's bullish N wave. When the price breaks swing low, that's bearish N wave. So for example, in this case, this may not be the best example on the chart because I don't really see the clear N wave. But for example, if you look at the previous chart, let's say, yeah, for example, here this part, if I just cancel Ichimoku for now, and you can see that from here, counting from here, the market was I wave and V wave and N wave, right? And here also, starting from here again, I wave, V wave, and N wave. So N wave is when you see the higher high and lower low, and that's basically the concept of the trend in Ichimoku. The trend in Ichimoku. So N wave. So as Goichi Hosoda says, all the market, eventually become N wave. Either bullish or bearish, all the market eventually become N wave. So N wave is the most important wave among all the other waves patterns in Ichimoku. So right now, if in that perspective, right now, you know what this is, what wave this is. Now, if you count from here, from 3rd of May up till now, this is I wave. But if you count from the swing high, which was marked on the 29th of April to now, this is V wave. And no N wave yet. Unless it breaks the high this way, there won't be no N wave. There won't be N wave yet. So now this is either V wave or I wave, depends on where you start counting. So far so good. So this is the basics of the waves. So, and based on this and Ichimoku 5 lines, now you're ready to use the time cycles. I hope that makes sense so far. So again, thank you for joining today. Very good to see you. So today, the markets are a bit quiet today and retracing. So that's why I decided to do recap on Ichimoku Basics and the time cycles especially. And I'm about to do the time cycles on Euro JPY today as an example. Okay, let me check some comments. Gyan says, hi Kei, I learned some apply Kumo cloud inside, outside, and higher to lower. It working for me. I may request the same one example, please. Okay. So yeah, if it's working, that's great. Inside and outside by breakout patterns with the Kumo. I think it's nice. And also, if you capture the Kumo breakout, that's also great. That's one of the Ichimoku powerful strategies. So yeah, please continue practicing and learning. And that's really great to hear. Today, I may not be able to share example, but if I find some example, then I will. Yes. Okay, Nadim. Hello, thanks for joining. Good to see you. All right. I have not earned anything this week. Okay. So yeah, just be patient. It's better not to lose, than losing. So whenever the opportunity comes, you just enter trade. When there's no opportunities, if you don't see any good opportunities, then stay away from the market and save money. That's really important. Okay, YB, good to see you. Thanks for joining. And Babak, thanks for joining too. Good to see you. All right. Catalin, good to see you. Kevin, thanks for joining as well. Catalin says, I traded today using time cycles on M5 and 1 minute for entry on gold. Worked perfect. Oh, that's great. That's great to hear. So please continue to do that. Yeah, lower time frame time cycles may be a bit too choppy, but as long as it works for you, that's great. Okay. Ajaya, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Right. Oh, you already saw my post in social media. Right. I went to see the performance, the violin performance, and it was amazing. Yeah. Okay, what's the best way, in your opinion, to count the waves? Simply, you simply take the swing highs and swing lows and count the waves. It's really simple. Okay. Okay, hold on, let me see. All right, so yeah, now let me continue my time cycles analysis. So here, so again, if I just bring back the line, the market is now trending up and it has been supported by the trend line, as you can see. So now I'm curious how far the price goes up. I mean, until which date around the price continues bullish, and until around which date the price retraces to the trend line and bounce. Right, so that's a question. And it's bullish again. It's a buyer's dominant market. So buyers are confident that the market continues bullish. But again, as I said, at some point, the market retraces. So you want to know exactly when the market starts to retrace. And that's be captured by the time cycles. So now, if I do time cycles, let me do the time cycles on the lows first. So because it's been supported by the trend line, so it's easier to see the bounces. So if I take the previous swing highs, I would say these are the very distinctive swing lows. Sorry, swing low. And here also was swing low. So simply you identify a swing low like this, and time cycle is really simple. You simply count a number of candlesticks from this one, and here and here, and see how many candles in between. And that's exactly what I will be doing right now. So the most recent low was marked here on this doji on the 3rd of May, right? And the second previous low happened on the 12th of April. And this is, again, you know which wave this is already, right? This is called V wave. V wave. The price comes back to the trend line on the V wave pattern. So let's count how many candles in between first. So when I count the number of candles, I use this date range in TradingView. Date range, I simply click on that and I count the number of candles. And I found the number of candles to be 16 bars. 16. So that means between this blue to the doji, it was 16 bars, right? So this is 16 bars V wave. Okay, 16 bars V wave. And it may repeat over time. So the next, how do you say, like, so far we haven't discussed how far the price goes up after this, but however the price goes up or consolidate from today, then the market may retrace back 16 bars, 16 trading days again to the trend line, because it's been a pattern. So if I just count the future 16 bars from the 3rd of May, and that is going to be 24th of May. 24th of May is going to be the next potential swing low, and the price may retrace all the way back to the trend line. Okay, hope that makes sense so far. So this is one of the ways to count the time cycles. And today I'm just showing very simple time cycle. There are so many other time cycle techniques, but I'm just showing the very simple and basic way to capture the time cycles. So, so yeah, 16 and 16. This is exactly the same. And it could be like 1 or 2 days difference. So it could be between the 22nd of May until the 28th of May. The market may retrace to the trend line. So that means once you start to see the retracement and once you start to see the bearish movement, bearish trend in the lower time frame, this is again the daily time frame. So let's say if you see downtrend based on, let's see, 1 hour time frame or even lower time frame, then you can follow that downtrend until the 24th of May. I hope that makes sense, because that's the next potential swing low. So that's how you can actually trade. This is the time cycle retracement strategy. So based on the V-wave patterns, you can plan the next scenario and next trade like this. And target will be on the trend line like this. Again, it depends on how far the price is to the trend line. If it's too close, you may not be able to trade. But if it's far, let's say from here, the market goes all the way up this week and next week, then goes down sharply, then you can be more confident that the market goes down until around the 24th of May. So you can sell and exit when the market touches the trend line. So this is, yeah, one of the ways to trade, do time cycles and trade. Oh, by the way, one of the very important thing about the time cycles and how to count the bars is when you use a TradingView and when you use this date range tool, if you can see like how I counted the bars, if I just zoom in all the way, then you can see that I started 1 bar before to count, so that this blue bearish bar becomes 1, not 0. And here also, this doji should be counted as 1, not 0. Because when you use the date range in TradingView, and let's say click exactly on the blue bearish bar, then it becomes 0. It becomes 0. And this is wrong. This should be 1, not 0. And that's why I start counting 1 previous, so that this bar becomes 1 and count forward to the next swing low. And this rule applies to Ichimoku, Kumo, Cloud, and Chikou span also. This is a bit off topic, but this is very important if you really want to use Ichimoku. So in TradingView especially, because this date range tool is a bit tricky. So let's say if I mouse over on today's candlestick, 9th of May, that means this is 0. Start counting 0, and let me forward it to the Kumo. And this becomes 25. So some people may ask, the Kumo should be forwarded 26, 25. So TradingView is wrong. But actually TradingView is correct, but this date range tool is wrong. So again, you have to start counting 1 previous, so that today's candlestick becomes 1, then shift forward. Count forward, and that becomes exactly 26. Today's Kumo is forwarded 26. And Chikou span also, if you start counting 1 to the future and make it today as -1, then drag all the way to the left to Chikou span, then it becomes 26, -26. So displacement of Kumo and Chikou span are correct in TradingView, but we just have to be careful to use the date range on TradingView. This is a bit off topic, but it's very important, especially if you want to do the time cycles. This becomes critical. So coming back to this, so you may curious, like what will be the next previous, the second and the third previous swing low, how many bars it was based on this trend line bounce. So the previous swing low that was close to the trend line was here, and this was on the 11th of March. So let me again count the bar, not starting from the 11th of March, but starting 1 previous day, so that this 11th of March becomes 1, and count forward, and this becomes 25. So now you see some random numbers like 25, 16, and 16, and these are not really, same numbers, so it may confuse you. But in Ichimoku, there are a series of numbers which are called Kihon-sui. And I once talked about this in the Ichimoku 1 to 5 video series long time ago. You may still remember the Kihon-sui number. But basically, Kihon-sui is the series of number, and that are 9 and 17 and 26 and 33 and so on. Then it continues. Well, in between 9 to 17, there's actually 13 also. But these are the series of numbers, and these are the numbers just to memorize. So when you look back these time cycles on the swing lows, 16 was very close to 17, right? Only 1 bar difference. So 16 also is one of the Kihon-sui in Ichimoku. Just like Fibonacci levels, 50% and 23.20, right, Fibonacci numbers, right, 38.2% and 61.8%. These are the series of important numbers in Fibonacci. So just like that, Ichimoku time cycles has what we call Kihon-sui, like this. So again, 25 is also very close to 26. It's only 1 bar difference. So you see lots of swing lows and swing highs in one of the Kihon-sui. So in this example again, the previous swing lows were 16 bars. That means next swing low could be marked 16 bars ahead or even 17 bars ahead. So it's going to be on the 24th of May. So that's how you can use the time cycle with the Kihon-sui like this. So again, Kihon-sui are the numbers to memorize, but once you get used to it, then sometimes, in my head, I don't count the number of candles, but in my head as experience, I know this is very close to 25, 26, this is very close to 17. Whenever you see highs and lows, in your brain, in my brain, in my image, I can kind of see the patterns in Kihon-sui. Once you get used to it, it becomes very powerful. So sometimes I don't draw the time cycles, but in my head I'm drawing. So yeah, 25 between, right? And here also there was a swing low here on the 1st of February. 1st of February. And you see this interval is kind of close. You see this, this width is close, very similar to the next width, right? So when I look at the market and when I see the width a bit closer, and this is, okay, almost 26, I can kind of see that. So from the 1st of February this year to 11th of March, the number of candles were 28. So 28 is 2 candles difference from 26, and this is also one of the cycles. So here in this momentum, this is, you can actually see the change in the momentum here too by Ichimoku. Previously, when the market has bounced here, and here also it was 28 and 25. So basically, Ichimoku, the swing lows were respected by the Kihon-sui 26. But after this, it became change. It became smaller, 16, between here, and which is the Kihon-sui 17. So this is the change in the momentum that you can read by Ichimoku. That means the bounce is happening more often, more frequent than before, and that tells that the market becomes more volatile. So that means, again, whenever the price retraces, it goes really fast than before. Because before, between swing lows, it took 26 days, all the way up and down, 26 days, and up and down, V-wave again, 26 days. But now, it's only taking 17 days up and down. So here also, if it takes only 17 days, then this this span, it's called span is getting smaller. So that means the market momentum is becoming bigger, and the market is going to be change. Most likely the market changes the direction. It may become range. So that's how you can read the market situation by time cycles also. So yeah, so that was kind of like an introduction of how you can do the time cycles. And but sometimes you don't see the Kihon-sui in the swing lows and swing highs. In that case, you can use what we call Taito-sui, which I also introduced on one of the videos. Taito-sui means the same number of candles between swing lows and swing highs. Or you can use Kakugi and Jugi and other time cycle strategies. And those advanced time cycles are introduced in this KTS Academy. So, and I have the videos also and books available in English I wrote. So if you want to learn more details, you're always welcome to join the KTS Academy. But yeah, this is how you can use time cycles. So again, so far for the last 4 days, it's been bullish and it's about to reach the Tenkan-sen. So back to the basics of the 5 lines. The price is below the Tenkan-sen. That means this is the sellers in the short term still winning trades. And sellers and buyers in the short term are losing because the price is below the Tenkan-sen. So Tenkan-sen means short term, Kijun-sen means the mid term, and Kumo is the long term. So simply when the price is above Kijun-sen, above Kumo, that means buyers dominant based on the short term, based on the long term and mid term. So this is mid term. And still the price is below the Tenkan-sen. That means buyers are not dominant over sellers in the short term yet. So sellers are waiting actually here. So these lines are, so to speak, like the mean of the market among the short term, mid term, long term. And these are the comfortable like price levels for the short term, mid term, and long term traders. So now for the short term perspective, they want the price to reach here so that the short term traders become break even. All the short-term traders in the world become break-even when the price exactly touches the Tenkan-sen. And when the price touches Kijun-sen, the mid-term buyers and sellers becomes 50-50, break-even. So now, again, it's above the Kijun-sen, so again, buyers are winning over sellers. And so the price most likely touches the Tenkan-sen. So I don't think the price will drop down soon. But once the price touches Tenkan-sen, then it may go bearish. That's one of the scenarios. And once the market breaks the Tenkan-sen also, then at some point the price retraces to the next Henkabi, Kihon-sui. So yeah, so these time cycles are called Henkabi. So these days that I drew here are called Henkabi. And Henka means change and B means day in Japanese. So Henkabi means the day of the change. So when the price reaches close to 24th of May, then that's the day of the change. The price may bounce by the trend line and goes up most likely. But let's see so far first, let's see if the price will be resisted by the Tenkan-sen or not this week. If it does, then I think from next week onwards, the price continue to drop down until the 24th of May. So that's the basics of how you do the time cycles analysis. Okay, so now let me check some comments. I get lots of comments. Thank you very much everyone for joining. Today is about the time cycles. It's been a while since I talked about topic last time, so I thought it's a good timing to recap about this topic. Hello Navanis, good to see you. Alright, Kevin says, is it possible to accept up to 3 days difference instead of 2 days difference when applying time cycles? Did Goichi Hosoda mention exactly how many days of difference we should accept? No, actually, he didn't really mention. So it's not, so I say 2 days difference is acceptable. 3 days is a bit too off because it's like if it's 3 days plus 3 days minus, that's like 1 week difference between Monday to Friday, and that's a big difference. So this is basically based on my experience that if it's 3 days difference, then you better take the Taito Suchi, not the Kihon-sui analysis. Yes, Federico says, "Hi Kei, good evening. The waves theory is possible to apply on Kumo too. Thanks as always." Wave theory is for the candlesticks, and you cannot apply on the Kumo. Well, based on the original teachings. But yes, you can find some patterns in the Kumo also. Either Senko span B, Senko span A, even Kijun-sen angles can be on one of the Kihon-sui numbers. Yes. Katad says, "I'm using the cloud or Tenkan Kijun-sen to count. The best is working with the cloud for me." Sure. Yes. You can use the cloud Kumo to keep counting the trades. Yes. Lan says, "I see that you don't put NZD on your watch list. May I ask why, please?" Yes, I have all these. These are the Forex pairs on my watch list, but I don't include New Zealand pairs because based on my backtesting, out of 100 trades, 100 times of backtesting, when I did it, New Zealand pairs, the performance was not really good as compared to these pairs, and that's why they are not there. Yes. Ajay says, "At this moment, I'm looking at AUD Swiss franc in the 1 hour. It's trending up and broke Kumo cloud. So I'm watching to see how the daily candle close." Right. Always keep in mind the higher time frame situation, which is the daily time frame. Right. I tried scalping with Ichimoku and it was good in 1 minute time frame. Sure. Yeah, if it works, you can keep using that. Yes. Okay, Katat says, "I'm using Fibonacci time zone for time theory." Okay, it's good. Okay, Moshin says, "What is your opinion on trading robots made with Ichimoku or any other mathematical? Have you tried any?" Long time ago, I did. I did use the robots and EA, but back then it didn't work for me. So I don't use it in my trades. And I prefer to trade manually than robots. It's just my nature, so I don't usually use robot. But robot can be also usable. Based on Ichimoku 2, it's usable, I'm sure. You can, if you know how to backtest and see the pattern, see the result, then I'm sure Ichimoku will be a great tool also to apply on robots. Okay, you made me switch to Ichimoku 4 years ago. Oh, okay, long time ago. So yeah, thanks for following me for such a long time. Yeah. Okay, pound Swiss franc. Is it bullish, bearish? Which way it's going? Okay, Investrade, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining. So yeah, today was about the time cycles. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, in one of the other live streams or videos, I will be doing the time cycles like this on one of the markets. So please, you can also try yourself. Just look for the swing highs and swing lows and count the numbers between. Then you may see some of the Kihon-sui. Then you can create the scenario in the future, roughly which day the market may turn, which day the market may bounce on the trend line, like as today's example, or which day the market will be resisted or retraced on the resistance or the support levels based on the time cycles. Yeah, but don't forget to analyze the market situation based on the 5 lines first. 5 lines and waves and time cycle. Then there is what we call the price target theory, price theory. So that's how Ichimoku was designed originally. Okay. All right. Tuan, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Okay, Philip says DJ closed to Kumo breakout Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross. Oh, gold cross above Kumo, you mean? DJ is one of the JPY pairs. Right, but when you see the Kumo breakout and Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross, if it happens above the Kumo, then that will be the best scenario. Right. Chikou span above the cross. Okay, so that means buyers becoming dominant on the market. Yes. Right. Moshin says, any relationship between time cycle and new? What's new? I'm not sure your question. Oh, Dow Jones. Sorry, Dow Jones. I was always looking at the Forex, so I never thought about Dow Jones. Yeah, okay, let me check quickly. Right. So Dow Jones, Kumo breakout, and Tenkan Kijun-sen gold cross, and Chikou span about to cross. Let me see. Right. So Dow Jones is not bullish. Right, it's now about to break the Kumo. Right, so there was a Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross, and Chikou span breakout, and the Kumo breakout. Then it may reach 40,000 again. Looks like this market is not bullish. Yes. Okay. Oh, news. All right. Time cycles and the news. Right. Yeah, sometimes time cycle can happen by the news. Or time cycles can... I don't really want to say the word predict, but time cycle can predict the future events. Yes. I was once doing the time cycles on VIX. Right? VIX is a volatility index. You know, whenever pandemic happens, whenever the big events, big surprise happens in the market, in the world, you know, VIX goes bullish, right? So I was once doing the time cycles on the VIX based on the I think it was weekly or monthly. Let me see. I have the memo still. Oh yeah, I do. Right. So I think I was doing this on the weekly chart. Yes, weekly. Right. Oh wow. So this is exactly what happened. So yeah, I just got the goosebumps right now. But so this is again VIX on the weekly chart, and you see this volatility whenever the volatility increase. This is also in time cycle and Kihon-sui. Before it was 16 in between, right? 16 is close to 17 Kihon-sui, and between 26 September 2022 and 13th of March 2023, it was also 25, which was close to 26 Kihon-sui. And between the 13th of March 2023 until the 23rd of October 2023, it was 33, which was also Kihon-sui. Right, and here I totally forgot about this analysis, but I think I did it last year. I was simply counting the bar 26, which happened to be the 15th of April, on the week of the 15th of April, and this was exactly in the swing high, and it's almost touched the Senko span B between 23rd of October and 15th of April. So yeah, so this is the psychology or the market cycle that happens, you know, by itself, but it resonates, it respects the Kihon-sui like this. So from here, I think the next timing when the volatility increase will be 26 bars ahead on the weekly chart, which is going to be on the week of the 7th of October this year. So that means 7th of October this year, some events may happen. It could be some natural disaster, it could be some other events, a pandemic, I'm not sure, but looks like that's when the volatility increases next time. So yeah, time cycles do work by news, events, and these are world events. Surprise. Yeah, especially VIX index was really profound. Okay, so yeah, that was one of the examples. So let's if someone can remind me around October about this VIX index, let's look back again and see how it plays out. It could be 26, it could be 17 or 33, but so let me just do quickly. If it's 9 as one of the Kihon-sui, that would be on the week of the 10th of June. If it's going to be 17, which is another Kihon-sui, that's going to be on the week of the 5th of August this year. And 26 is the week of the 7th of October. And if it's 33, then it's going to be on the week of the 25th of November this year. So on one of these weeks, the volatility may increase. So we will see. Okay, yeah, I will keep these lines under time cycles folder, so I will recall when the date is closer. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, that was a recap on the time cycles. And now I have to finish the live, so I have to go. But I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Okay, so again, in this KTS Academy, this is Ichimoku community is now merged into KTS Academy, and here I have been doing lots of analysis of Ichimoku, like time cycles analysis, and also recently I started podcast, and we have been discussing a lot about Ichimoku here also. So yeah, please feel free to check the website on the below description. And if you're interested, feel free to let me know, or you can join and continue to learn some depths of Ichimoku. And I have wrote Ichimoku Basic Master Book, Basic Theories Book, Kyushu Book, and Money Management Book, which are available also in this KTS Academy. So, okay. Again, I think I will finish the live. So again, thank you very much. If you liked it, please press like button, and please subscribe, because my goal in my YouTube channel is to achieve 100K subscribers. So if you can help me, that would be great. So again, thank you very much. And until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Okay, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much.